Hello, welcome to Boardgames with Niramas. I'm Joseph. I'm here with Drako. Yeah, there's Drako. And we are going to play Pandemic Hot Zone Europe. So we're gonna try to save Europe together, and hopefully you can help us out a little bit in the chat as well, if you can give us some advice or so on. This is a fully cooperative game. It's the newest game in the line of Pandemic games. Of course, Pandemic is a classic board game by now, and it's a bit bigger, going on for a little longer. These Hot Zone games, that is a line that they're putting out now, is a smaller version, quicker version, more family friendly, or you can play like under 30 minutes and so on. So this is the second one. The first one was North America. Now we have the Europe one. So we're all focused on Europe here. We are going to try to cure 3 different diseases over here. Just it's kind of pandemic style. To everything is standard really. If you have seen Pandemic before, if you haven't, I will explain everything as we go as well, so you can get into it. So each of us will start with 3 cards, and these cards are in the 3 different colors, and also has the different cities on, which will be important when we move around and so on. We might need to fly, and then we can do that. Now, I will say before we get started that this game is in Swedish. The cards and everything is in Swedish. This game, of course, exists with English versions as well, but I have the Swedish version, or the Nordic version. So yeah, I will explain, I will explain whatever the cards do and everything. So I don't think that should be an issue to follow along, even if you don't understand Swedish. You don't really get to read the cards anyway. They're kind of small text. And that's new as well in these games. There's small cards instead of the larger ones that are usually in Pandemic games. So we start off here in Geneva. We are going to move around and so on. But first, we need to do a little bit of setup. I done most of the setup. The deck is ready here, the player deck. The player deck has some 3 of these infection cards, or will intensify, and it will get worse. We started, before we put them in, we each started with 3 cards. I actually start with a event card as well that I can play at any time. We'll go through that later on. We have our characters, so I'm the sort of the expert at containment or whatever, curing. So when I go into a city that has 2 or more cubes, I can remove one of them for free just by going in there. Drako is the quarantine specialist. If Drako is somewhere, like if Drako's over here, and we're supposed to add a cube somewhere, like the disease spreads, then it won't happen if it's in the city he's in, or a linked city to that. That sounds OP, in my opinion. It sounds really good. It doesn't work during the preparation step, though, and the setup, which is what we're going to do right now. So we're going to draw 1 card from the top of the deck. This deck has all the cities, and this is the infection deck here. We start with Vienna. And the actual names on the board are in the name of the, Helsinki is what the Finnish people call Helsinki, which we have another, So the board is sort of English, I guess, or adapted to multiple languages. So we're going to put 3 cubes, and it's going to be yellow, since Vienna is a yellow city. We'll put 3 cubes in there. Then we're going to draw another one. So we're going to draw 2 cards instead of 3. It's also a little bit different from normal Pandemic. So we also got Budapest, which is over there. And then we are going to put 2 cubes in Stockholm. And 2 cubes in Dublin. And then we're going to put... Oh, Dublin is blue. I'm sorry. And then we're going to put 1 cube in London and 1 cube in Sofia, which is down there. All right, so this is the setup, and now we're ready to get go. The new thing in this version of Pandemic is that in this player deck, we also have some mutation cards, and we are going to play on the heroic standard difficulty level, which is this a standard, and then this heroic. So this is we're gonna play on hard, because Drako and I, we played so much Pandemic throughout the years. We played the Pandemic season 0 and 1 and 2, and Fall of Rome, and a lot of Pandemic games. So we should be fine, right, Drako? Famous last words. All right, let's get started. Now, whoever has the city card with the most population will go first. And I think that should be me. I have Athens here with 3.1 million. Stockholm only has 1 million. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna start. On my turn, I can do 4 actions, and I can split them up, as I want. There's a bunch of different actions. There's these helping cards to help us out. Remember what the different things we can do is. So let's go through it quickly here. I could, go by car or ferry. I could just move 1 space with these connected lines. I could do a flight directly to a city, like I have Lisboa. I could go straight to Lisboa, but then I would have to discard the card. I could also do a direct flight or chartered flight. Like if I was in Lisboa, I could give up Lisboa card. I could discard this one to go anywhere I want. That's the base movement in the game and in Pandemic games. Then when I get somewhere where there's infection, I could spend an action to cure or to treat, as it's called treat. To treat one of the cubes, get rid of it. I could share knowledge. So if we're in the same city, if I had the Geneva card, well, actually Drako has the Geneva card. So I could take this from Drako. So you can give or take if you are in the same city as the card you're trying to give or take. And finally, I can discover a cure. Then I need to be back in Geneva. And I need to have 4 cards of the same color to cure that disease. And when we cured all 3 diseases, we instantly win. So that's the goal of the game. And thinking about that, I already started with 2 yellow. Maybe I should take that from Drako. So I have 3 yellow. I also have my event card. I should go through that. This is that I can look at the top 4 cards of the player deck and put them back in any order I want. And I can do that at any time. You can only have 6 cards per player as well. That's the hand size in this game. It's a little bit, everything is a little bit smaller than in the normal Pandemic game. Okay, so my first action will be to take Geneva from Drako. So we're sharing knowledge. So now I have 3 out of the 4 yellow I need. I could get Sofia as well, but then we need to be in Sofia, both of us, in order to do that. That was my first action. My second action, I am going to travel over here to Vienna. And my special ability says when I enter a city with 2 or more cubes in the same color, I can remove 1 of them. So I'm gonna, for free, just treat this. That's perfect. That's my second action. Third action, I'm gonna go to Budapest and just, treat it for free. Super strong abilities on these characters. And then my fourth action, I think, will be to cure 1 more here. So we're kind of preparing to take care of Budapest. Yeah. And what you want to avoid in the game is to have 3 in the same, because if the same card comes up, we could have an outbreak, which is really bad. So that was my 4 actions. At the end of my turn, I will draw 2 cards from the play deck. And I got London. And come on, I need yellow. Oh, I got Moscow. That didn't really help that much. I could have planned this out, of course, by using my event card before I drew and look at the top 4 cards and put them back in any order. And now I have 6 cards, so I have maximum hand size. And now the next step is to draw infection cards, and it depends on how bad the infection is. Right now it's 2. That's going to raise when we draw these intensify cards in here. But right now I'll draw 2 here. So we have Rome. We'll add 1 there, and we have Helsinki. Okay. All right, so that was my turn. Now it is Drako's turn. So what are you going to do, Drako? And remember, if we had gotten... Oh, actually, yeah. Rome should never show up. Rome should never show up. Because Drako's over here. His passive ability is that if the cube is supposed to be placed in the city he's in, or a linked city, then it doesn't happen. So that didn't happen. Wow, that's great. So he doesn't have like an active ability like I have. He could do different things. What are you going to focus on, Drako? We don't really have any huge problems right now. I mean, he could spend Stockholm to fly up there and start treating. But then he would be left with just a yellow card. I'm going to go for yellows. I kind of think Drako shouldn't use up red cards if we can avoid it. He could go to Sofia. Yeah, he could do that. Okay, so let's have Drako go 1, 2 to treat. 3 to get to Sofia. And then he's going to spend the Sofia card to fly anywhere he wants. And he'll just fly up here to Stockholm. So he's ready here next turn to start treating there. And he can keep the card. And he doesn't need yellow cards because we're planning to have me do the yellow curing. so to speak. And he's going to draw 2, and he got Copenhagen. Oh, that's another red. That's good. And he got a mutation. Okay. So now this is the new thing in this version of Pandemic. So when you get the mutation card, it says something that's going to happen, like a special effect that's going to be ongoing for the blue disease. They're different for the different colors. This is going to be ongoing for the rest of the game. Until we cure it, until we cure the disease. So this says, whenever a blue infection card gets drawn, and 1 cube is supposed to be placed in a blue city, without any blue cubes, you place 2 right away instead. Wow, that's nasty. You put it on the side here, so you have it active. That is nasty, and that's how, you know, we're playing on heroic mode. We have a total of 6 of these mutation cards in the deck, instead of 3, like you do in the normal mode. If you play on easy, you don't use the mutations at all, like if you're new to Pandemic. Wow, that was nasty, Drako. That's going to be problematic here. But anyway, it's time to infect. We do draw 2 here, so Moscow, Drako is not next to it, so. And then we have Copenhagen. Oh, that's good. Copenhagen is next to Stockholm, so that's not going to be we're not going to put any cube there. That's perfect. All right, good job, Drako. You already blocked 2 cubes here. Back to my turn. I'm not sure what to do. I think I will do this because I want to make sure that I get a yellow card at the end of my turn, so I have 4 yellows. I can go back to Geneva and treat. So I'm going to spend this. At any time, look at the top 4. There's a yellow. Vienna. Oh, Madrid. Paris. And there's an epidemic. Okay, so we want the epidemic at the bottom because that's going to make things worse. So I will be drawing 2. I should probably get... Yeah, I should get... Like, if I get the blue and a yellow, then in Draco's turn, this is going to happen. So we'll put it like that. All right, that's fine. Then it's my turn. So now I know I will get a yellow and I will be able to cure here. So I might as well do some cleanup on the way then. So I'll treat here for 1. I'll move for 2, treat for 3, and move for 4. And then I know I can cure on my first action on my next turn. However, I have 5 cards. So now that I draw 2, I get Paris, right? And then I get Madrid. I will have to get rid of something. I'm going to get rid of Moscow because Drako will be saving on the reds. And I'll go yellow and then I'll start saving blue. I think that's a good plan. Then we need to do this. It's a new in Minsk. Drako is not next to it, so he can't block it. And Amsterdam. And remember, Amsterdam doesn't have any cubes. So because of the mutation, normally we would place 1 cube there, but now we're going to place 2 right away, which is really nasty. It's only though if they don't have 1 already. Okay, so that was my turn. Draco's turn. He's going to... I think I'll treat twice here. Why not? So 2 treats. And then I kind of want him to end up where he has a lot of links. Because of his special ability, he shouldn't be staying in Stockholm. He should stay somewhere where there's a lot of linkage going on. And the blue might be a problem, so he'll go 1, he'll go 2, 3, 4, his last 2 actions. So now he's linked to 1, 2, 3, 4 cities plus Hamburg. So this will block 3 blue cities. If the blue shows up, we don't want to put in 2 cubes right away because of the mutation. Now Drako is blocking that. Alright, then Draco's going to draw this, and we know what it is. He's going to get Vienna, which he doesn't really need. And he's going to get the epidemic. So this says, first of all, we increase this marker, so now we're still drawing 2 cards. But next time we'll be starting drawing 3 and then 4, which is really bad. Then we're going to infect. What you do is you take the infection deck, all the cities, you draw the bottom card, and you place 3 cubes in this one here. It's Warsaw. And this, now Draco's effect doesn't protect against this, it says on its character. Then you place it in the discard, you take all the cards in the discard, you mix them, shuffle them up, and then you put them on top of the infection deck. So that way, Warsaw might show up right away on my turn, right? Oh, actually on Draco's turn, because we are going to infect right away. Yeah, so this could be bad. We might get an outbreak. Okay, let's see. There we go. That's done. And now we need to draw 2 cards. And the first one is Warsaw. Look at that. I shouldn't place it there. I should place it on top. There we go. Alright, so Warsaw did happen. So now, since there's already 3 cubes here, we will not place a new cube on it. It can never be more than 3. Instead, it will outbreak. And when it outbreaks, this meter moves down 1 step. If we ever get down here, we lose. And so we're going to place 1 on each connected city. And now we get a red in the blue area. That can happen because of that. We also get 1 over there. And we only have a few red cubes left. So one of the ways you can lose the game is if you the what's it called, catastrophe or whatever it's called, marker gets all the way to the bottom, or outbreak marker maybe. You can also lose if you have to put out a cube and you don't have that kind of cube in the storage. And you can lose if you can't draw, if this deck runs out. If a player can't draw 2 cards at the end of their turn, you also lose. So we have 3 different timers in a sense that we need to take care of. And it's not looking good in the red area right now. But that was Draco's turn. My turn, my first action will be to spend 4 cards, because I am in Geneva, so I'm going to do the cure action. So we're going to cure the yellow. We mark it by doing that we have done it. Now, we can still get yellow cubes coming out. We still need, it's the same. But when we go to a city with yellow cubes and we do the treat action, we get rid of all of them instead of just 1. Which kind of makes my ability a little bit less powerful, I guess. But we are 1/3 of the way to win the game, so that's good. Right, that was my first action. I need to do something about this. I have no cards, though. Yeah, so I'll move. So this is 2, 3. And remember, when I enter a city with 2 more cubes, I get to remove 1. So that's my third. And then 4. And again, I get to remove 1. I get to treat for free. So that's under control. Then let's draw play cards. So I got Glasgow. Oh yeah, these cards are mine, by the way. I did have 2 cards. Yeah. So now I have a 3rd blue. And we got another mutation. Luckily though, this is for the yellow disease. And since that's already cured, we don't care about this mutation. So this is very contagious. This would have been, when you draw infection cards, you draw an extra card if the active player has 2 or more yellow city cards in front of them. So this could have been really bad. If we had those yellow cards, then we would have drawn 3 or 4 or 5 instead of 4. Yeah, that would have been terrible. All right. So now let's infect. So we need to do 2. So that is Amsterdam, which is next to Draco. So we don't put anything there. Perfect. And Minsk, which is where I am. So that's going to show up, sadly. All right. So Draco's turn. He is working on the red, like getting 4 red cards. Meanwhile, though, I like him being in the blue area since we have this nasty mutation. So I think Draco will go 1, 2. Maybe 3, 4. And he will block 2 cities that doesn't have anything in them. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, so Draco draws Roma. Don't really have any use for that. And Berlin. Oh, I could have use for Berlin. But then we would need to meet up in Berlin and hand it over. That's always tricky in pandemic games to set that up. Hey, Mandrew Carter. Yeah, fun to play. I like that it's a quicker version of Pandemic. I'll do my final thoughts a little bit at the end of this playthrough as well. All right, so that was Draco's, and now we're going to. We got these. We are going to infect. We get Sofia. So the yellows still show up, but they're not as dangerous. And Rome. Okay. All right, so my turn. I'm working on towards blue. I could meet up with Draco in Berlin and have him hand it over, but it's going to be a setup to do that. So what I'll do is I'll go treat 1 here. I'll move, which will treat 1 automatically because there was 2 or more in the city, and I'm the expert on that. Like treatment expert, and that's 2, and then 3, and then I'll treat here. So I am in Berlin, so maybe we can set this up. But we'll see. Maybe I'll draw a blue card right away, right? I got Minsk and Bucharest. Okay, none of those are helping me. I want to get those over to Draco, really. Okay, let's infect. That's Helsinki. And Moscow. Okay, so no real danger yet. Draco's turn. I mean, he can fly. Yeah, no, he doesn't fly. Is he just gonna go give me the card? I guess so. I guess so. So 1, 2, treating. No, he needs he needs that action. 1, 2 gives me Berlin. That's 3, and then 4. Again, I want him to be adjacent to as many as possible to block. That's fine. He's gonna draw cards. We're halfway through here now. That's a way to lose the game as well. And there's a mutation. Again, we're getting lucky. This is for the yellow disease that we already cured. And this says resistant to treatment. If there's 3 yellow cubes in a city, you must spend 2 actions to treat in there. But it's not going to happen since we already cured the yellow. Second card for Drako is Warsaw. Okay, so here's a third red. That's good. I think we have a chance still. Let's infect though. So we get Vienna. Drako is not adjacent to it. He can't block. And Budapest, same there. Alright, so my turn. Well, I can do the cure now. Could I do anything else decent on the way? That's the thing. I feel sometimes in the game, like in Pandemics as well, you have some turns where you're like, you don't really know what to do because there's like no real crisis out here. And I need to go there, but what do I do after that? What do I do? Okay, I think I got it. So I'll go 1, say Hydro Draco. 2, 3, I will cure the blue, which means this mutation goes away as well. So we're 2/3 to win the game. And then my 4th action, I will give up Minsk to fly straight there. So I'm over here, I can start treating the red in the next round. I'll draw 2 player cards. Budapest. And another epidemic. Okay, here we go. So now we're going to increase. And now we're going to draw 3 infection cards instead of 2. We're going to take the infection. We're going to take the bottom card of the deck. And that's Geneva. Oh, okay. That gets 3 cubes. And then we're going to shuffle this up. And we don't have that many cards in here now. So we're going to draw 3, so the risk of something showing up that we already seen is fairly high, right? But we've been doing a good job of cleaning up, treating, keeping it under control. Draco's doing his quarantine thing. So yeah, I think we're pretty good here. So let's draw 3. You should put that on the top. And that's Moscow. That's up to 3, but I'm over there, so Vienna. It's a second, and Budapest. I think this. I mean, this could get out of hand quickly if we get unlucky. But all right, so that was my turn. Draco's turn. He just needs another red. He just needs another red, but I think he will go. Meanwhile, he'll go here. 1 for 2. He can treat everything. He can treat everything because it's already cured. So 2, 3, and 4, he can treat everything there. So I think that's fine. He's going to draw 2 cards. And here's another mutation, again yellow, that we already cured. So you see, if you can cure quickly, then these are not that bad. And this is one when a yellow card is drawn, you place 2, just like the one we had for the blue. You place 2 instead of 1 if the city is empty. Second card for him is Prague. Okay, so that's his 6th card. Then in 3 infections, so we have Geneva. That could have been bad if Draco didn't go there and clear it out just now. Helsinki is building up. No, Geneva's not going to be placed because Draco is next to it. Sorry. Helsinki. I'm not used to that quarantine. It's so good. And Sofia is not going to be placed because Draco is adjacent to it. So Draco, you know, the quarantine. This is such an overpowered character, I think. All right, so my turn. I'm just going to walk around basically. So I'll go 1. That will cure 1 automatically because of my special ability. And I'll treat 1 more here. Then 2, then 3. And then 1 goes away, treat it automatically. And I'll treat 1 more. because why not? So that's 4. I'll draw 2 cards. Oh, this is an event card that says Mobile Hospital. You can play it anytime during your turn. During this turn, a cube will be removed every time you walk into a city. So it's like my ability, but you know, all cubes. And then I got a red one. Oh, Kiev. So I have these 2. It's hard to get them to Drako though. Let's infect. It is Rome. Drako's adjacent. Nothing happens. Warsaw. And Amsterdam. So yeah, we got a bit lucky with the mutation so far. They haven't, you know, because we already cured, so they haven't hit us that hard. All right, so that was me, Drako. Okay, I'm gonna play this then, so that during this turn, a cube will be removed every time you just walk into a city. So now Drako can just walk around a little bit. So you could go like 1, 2, 3, 4. Why not? There we go, Drako. Good job. Had a mobile hospital with him. He's gonna draw 2 cards. We're running low on this deck. I'm a little bit worried. He needs a red card. That's the thing here. Hamburg and Amsterdam. Oh, he really needs a red. We might need to meet up in Kiev then. I think he's just gonna throw these away. He already has his hand limit, so yeah, we might run out of cards here. Huh. Okay, that was Drako's turn. Infection for Drako here is gonna be Minsk, which is next to, so nothing happens. Copenhagen, which is next to, so nothing happens. And Stockholm, which is next to. Look at that. We got really lucky. I mean, I also planned it out a little bit because I know what's in there, right? I know because we have reshuffled. I know what could come. But we've been doing really good loops here with Drako. With the quarantine, just stopping it from spreading. Wow, that was amazing. Okay, my turn. We need to set this up if it's gonna work. So I'm going to treat. That's 1, 2, treat. That's 2, 3, and 4. And I'm ready in Kiev. Drako can come here, take my Kiev card, and then he just needs to get back to Geneva. We'll win. So I'll draw 2. Oh, here's another event card. Look at the top 6 infection cards. Put them back in any order. Oh, I got Helsinki as well. Okay. Interesting. So we both have 3 reds. I'm gonna play this right away. Why not? And now I get to look at the top 6 cards, put them back in any order so we can control where it comes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna get an infection very soon as well. We got lucky with that as well, I think. So Hamburg, Kiev, Prague. I'm thinking about things that are next to Drako. It's only Berlin, right? Yeah. Yeah, I don't feel it doesn't matter too much, to be honest. Kind of weird, but it doesn't. Let's take 3. And we'll just do Glasgow. And since we have cured it, we don't need to care about the mutation anymore. So London and Dublin. Oh, Dublin is bad, I guess. Yeah, maybe that was stupid. Okay. So that was my turn. I'm set up. It's Drako's turn. He needs to get over here. So if he goes 1, 2, 3, he takes Kiev from me. He needs to get rid of something else. He's getting rid of, well, it doesn't matter. He gets rid of Prague. That's 3. And then with 4, he will fly to Rome. And next time it's Drako's turn, we will win. And there's 5 cards left. Yeah, so we are fine. Oh, wow. But we're cutting it close here. All right, so that was Drako's turn. He has everything he needs over there. We draw 2 cards. There's a mutation for the red. Ooh. This is resistance. So if you want to treat, if there's 3 red cubes in a city, to treat, you have to spend 2 actions to remove 1 cube. And that is in effect until we cure it, I guess. And then it's an epidemic. Okay. So this is where it could be a little bit problematic. We're going to draw 4 cards. We are going to take the bottom card. Hey, Ryan. Drako doesn't get much AP. He's really focused. And that's Paris. So we're going to get 3 cubes into Paris. Now we're going to shuffle this up, but this is a lot of cards. So even though we're drawing 4, I mean, we have 2. We have Dublin and Paris, and this could like explode and chain react, which basically could make us lose, I think. Ooh, I don't know. Let's get lucky. Come on, Drako. You can do it. So, 4 cards. Here we go. Vienna. That's fine. Nothing happens because Drako is adjacent. Paris, though. There we go. Another outbreak. So we go down there. Everything around Paris gets a cube. And yeah, we might lose. We might lose right now because we only have 1 blue cube left. We need to draw 2 more cards. Moscow. Oh, come on. Don't draw. Not Dublin. Come on, game. Oh, it's Copenhagen. I've never been so happy to see Copenhagen in my life before. If we had gotten Amsterdam or Dublin, we would have lost. Because we would have run out of blue cubes. That's the thing. But we can still lose, because now it's my turn. Drako, we need to survive to Drako's turn so he can go in here and cure. So, how do I handle this? Okay, so we know that this is open information. We know that Paris already was there. I'm mostly worried about Dublin then, right? Yeah, I'm mostly worried about Dublin. Well, Amsterdam as well, but I can only reach one of them. So what I can do is I can do this. I can go to Bucharest. That's 1. I can spend Bucharest to fly anywhere I want. That's 2. As I enter the city, 1 will be cured automatically because of my ability. So that's 2. No, 1, 2. Oh, 3, 4. I can go to Amsterdam and I can treat 1 automatically. So I think we're fine then. Almost out of cards here though. Event card has a mutation for the blue. This is the resistance again, resistant to treatment. And I got an event card. Every player gets to do, right now you can move 2 spaces. Okay, that's perfect. So I'll play that. I'm gonna move every player. Oh wow. I'll move here, which will automatically treat. And then I'll move back here, which will automatically treat. Drako will go there for his free movement. We're going to infect with 4 cards. Minsk. It usually happens in this game that I get like, oh, we got this. And then, there's Amsterdam. Look at that. So we would have lost if I hadn't gone up here. Which I could, thankfully, because I had Bucharest. I was all the way over here. If I didn't have any flight cards there, we would have lost. So, you know, you can lose this game. Warsaw. And the final one is Helsinki. And then it's Drako's turn. He is in Geneva and he's just gonna cure. And we have won the game. But we won with 1 player card left. And, you know, very close, very close. It could have gone the other way. But, you know, that's 30 minutes. I like that you can play Pandemic that quick and easy. And, yeah, let's do a little bit of... Drako seems happy. We're here. You saved Europe. You saved Europe, Drako. Good job. So let's do a little bit of final thoughts there. I played this now 2 times. I played it once with Drako before we did the filmed version here for the live stream. And of course I played a lot of Pandemic back in the days and through the years. So if I'm going to compare this one, let's compare this first to North America, which is the other one. I think I like this one a little bit more. They are very similar. But I mean, that's basically because we have like Stockholm as Europe and so on. I don't know. If I'm going to speak freely about Pandemic as a whole, I think Pandemic is a boring game. To be honest, there's like move 4 things. I don't like it. Move, you do 4 things. Sometimes you're like, oh, what am I supposed to do? I don't have anything to do right now. Oh, I guess I'll move over here. And then you have the whole alpha player thing if you're playing with friends and someone's like, oh, you should really do this. And there's a lot of problems with Pandemic. If I'm going to play Pandemic, I do prefer Fall of Rome, which is the sort of protect Rome from barbarian version where the cubes are barbarians coming in. I think that one is way more fun and the mechanics in that one is more fun. And then again, I don't like the theme of this. I don't like that, you know, we have a pandemic already. I don't want to sit around and pretend to cure a pandemic. We have enough of that. So I guess that affects me as well. But I never really, you know, back in the days as well, I've never been a big fan of the simple pandemic system. I love the Pandemic Legacy games because the legacy part in those are really exciting. Like things open up and you change the board, you rip up cards, all that stuff is fun. So for me, this is a no-go. I'm not a big fan of these pandemic games. I know a lot of people are though, and I do like to show them on the channel so you get to see the new pandemic games as they come out. So don't listen to me. Don't listen to my. That's just my taste. If you like these kind of games, if you like Pandemic, this is perfect for just below 30 minutes, quick and easy. You get your little Pandemic fix. It's the same feeling. You get the same, it's the same system. You get the same feeling of how everything works, right? You get the same, like, oh, we're so close, we're about to lose, we would have lost here if I couldn't move over here, and you get the excitement like that, and you get it in a small package. So that's nice. I do like that. And I can really recommend this. I should also mention before I am going to recommend the game for everyone who likes this kind of games or Pandemic. Then I will also mention before we end that if you have both this one and you have the North America one, you can combine them, which sounds really cool actually. You have both the maps out, and I'm not sure exactly how it works, there's rules for that. But it's a good idea, and it's also going to be, from what I understand, they're going to release more of these hot zones, maybe like, I don't know, South America or Asia, whatever. And then you're going to be able to combine 2 of those hot zones in different combinations and you probably get like the mutations in from this one. And yeah, it looks like a cool idea. So I like that idea. I like when they build this like series of games and then you can combine them together. So that is Pandemic Hot Zone Europe. I hope you enjoyed watching this playthrough. I'm happy that me and Drako made it. It was very close, but we did make it on Heroic, which we're proud of. And if you did like it, if you like what we're doing on the channel, make sure to subscribe. Press the button down there, that does support us. And also press the thumbs up, the like button for the videos that you watch on the channel. Thank you so much. Have a great evening or morning or whenever you're watching. Take care. Bye-bye.